Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. In our last update about Jodha and Akbar, Jalal was given the condition to marry Bella and Jodha was a little hurt after hearing it from Rukkaiya, and Jalal lovingly pacified Jodha and tells Jodha the reason he is marrying Bella. That was where we stopped. Let's continue. Amida says to Jodha that we have to send some things to that tribe. Jalal comes there and looks at Jodha. She looks at him too with little anger. She gets emotional but she controls herself. Jalal keeps looking at her as Jodha likes a jewelry. Salim comes to Jodha. He greets her. Salim says, I want to talk to you. Jodha says, at least you thought about your mother. Salim asks, do you know about Jalal's marriage? Jodha says yes. Salim says you know that girl loves someone else and Jalal is marrying her. Jodha says Jalal must have known this. Salim says that girl is in love with my friend. Jalal is marrying a girl half of his age just for land. He can stoop so low for land. He went to her marriage and now marrying her only. Salim says to Jodha that the princess-to-be husband got died and Jalal got the chance to marry her. Salim says, I feel like Jalal is involved in her fiancé's death, but he is the king and he can do anything. The painful thing is that you are taking Jalal's side in this matter. He leaves. Jodha gets tensed. Jodha comes to Jalal and says that I have come to prepare for your marriage night. Which tent do you want? Should I empty my tent for you? Jalal asks, what do you want to say? Jodha says that you are marrying a girl who is half of your age. The girl in whose marriage you went to. You are marrying her because her fiancé died. But do you know that she loves someone else? Jodha says, I know that you cannot marry like this just for political reason. There is something else. Jalal says, what are you talking about? If you want to think that I am marrying her, that I love her, then this is the reason. Yes, I like her in one look, and I got to know that her fiancé died, so I thought that this is the right time to marry. Jodha says, but you said something else before. Jalal says, I was lying before. I didn't want to bicker with you, so I didn't tell you. Jodha says you are lying. You cannot love someone else. Jalal says I love her. Jodha says I don't believe it. Jalal says believe this, that I want to marry her and nobody should come in between this marriage. Jodha says okay. Jalal says one more thing. She will not just be my wife but a special wife. She will be given the position in the court. Prepare for the marriage. Jodha is stunned and he leaves. Rukkaiya says that this story is going to be fun. I should have come here before. Two stories together to enjoy. First, Jalal's marriage, which will make him away from Jodha. And second, the anger of Salim regarding this marriage, which will make Salim go away from his parents. This is God's goodness, that Kutub told me that Bella is the lover of Farhan. I didn't play any game, and two things in my favor without doing anything. Sorry, Jodha, but now your Salim is going away from you, and he is coming near me, his mother. Come, Salim, my child. I have two things which will give you peace. One, your mother, and the second one is opium, which I made you addicted to. She laughs. Jodha says to Salim that I didn't know that Bella is the one Jalal is marrying. I don't know why he is doing the marriage. Salim says because Jalal wants a young girl. Jodha says Jalal is not like this. There must be the biggest reason behind all this. Salim asks Jodha to come out of her dreams. I am much disappointed with you because you couldn't make Jalal realize that he is doing a wrong thing. Anyways, you go against him or not, but I will go against him and I won't let him marry. Jodha says don't do this. Salim says you are like Jalal. He wants to be the king and you want to be Mariam Samani. You both just care for your position. You said that I am the proof of your love, but that love is vanished. But the respect for the love is still alive in me. And for Farhan's love, I will go against Jalal. If you want to do this marriage, then he has to kill me. Jodha says you will go against your father. Salim says I lost my father way back, and now I will go against the king at any cost. Jodha is shocked. Jalal and the family goes to Bella's house to give them the shagun. Salim stops Jalal's path. Jalal asks him to move away. Salim says no, because you are on the wrong path. He started throwing shagun things away. Everyone are shocked. Jalal gets angry. Jalal says you have forgotten that whom is standing in front of you. Salim says you have forgotten your name, your respect, your position just for land. Man asks Salim to move away. Salim says no. I can go to any extent to stop Jalal. Jalal says I will see what you will do to stop me. Salim says I can do anything as that girl loves someone else. Jalal says this relationship is between two families. Salim says no. It is your lust for land. It is your lust for marrying a young girl. Jalal says enough. You know who comes in front of the king is a betrayal, and betrayal's punishment is to get killed. Salim says okay, kill me then. Jodha asks Jalal to calm down. Jodha asks Salim to calm down. Salim says she loves someone else. Jalal says I asked her and she agreed for the marriage. Salim says you must have threatened her, and in your eyes, who says no is a betrayer. Haida thinks that now it will be fun. I will broaden their rift. Salim says all are afraid of you. Mariam Samani live in the bondage that you love her. Jalal gets angry. Salim says now that Mariam Samani is going for your marriage. He says to Jodha, what is all this? Is this love for your husband or your selfless act to just remain Mariam Samani? Jalal takes out his sword and says enough. If you say a word for my wife, then I will take your life. Salim says what are you waiting for? I am standing here, kill me. I want to see to which level you can go to marry a girl half of your age. Jalal says I order the soldiers to attack Salim and arrest him. The soldiers raises their weapon. Jodha asks Jalal to stop. Jalal says no. He has crossed all his limit today. He is insulting the king, his throne and his wife. He asks the soldiers to attack Salim. Jodha says don't do this. Salim asks the soldiers to attack him. Fulfill the order of your king. Everyone are in tension. Salim says let Jalal make history that to marry a girl, the king attack his son. Jodha asks Jalal to stop for God's sake. Don't do this marriage as our son is getting affected by it. Jalal thinks that how can I tell you that I am doing this marriage for Salim's life? He will be in danger if I don't marry this girl. Jalal points to one soldier to attack Salim's shoulder. He nods. Jalal shouted, attack. The soldier throws the arrow at Salim and the arrow hits his shoulder. Salim falls down. Everyone are shocked. Jalal is hurt too. Salim finds blood coming out of his shoulder. Rukkaiya comes to save Salim and get an arrow on her shoulder to save Salim. Salim is shocked. Jalal shouted Rukkaiya. In Rukkaiya's room, Salim asks Rukkaiya, why did you come in between? Rukkaiya says, I cannot see my life, Salim, getting hurt. So to save you, I got in between. I cannot see you hurt. Salim says, even I cannot see you hurt. Jodha asks, how is her health, doctor? The doctor says she is fine. Salim asks Jodha, what are you doing here? Did you see Rukkaiya? She is a mother. She put her life in danger for me, and you are helping Jalal in his wrong deeds. Hamida says, don't talk like this. She is your mother. Salim says, no. She is just Mariam Samane, who is on Jalal's side in his wrong deed. Rukkaiya says, no, don't talk like this. Jalal comes there to Salim, and Salim started leaving. But then he says to Jalal that I thought that you have changed, Jalal, but you are the same old egoistic Jalal who has no respect for feelings, the one who can try to kill his son just to marry a young girl. Salim says Rukkaiya is injured because of you. I won't let this marriage happen. I will go to any extent to stop this marriage. If you have the blood of the royal family, then I have the same blood too. Humayun's grandson promised you that he won't let this marriage happen. Even if his life is taken in this, he lives. Jalal asks Rukkaiya, why did you come in between? Rukkaiya says Salim's wound can take my life. I love him a lot. And any problem have to fight with me before going to Salim. Even if it is the arrow of Jalal, a mother can go to any extent to save her son. Jalal asks Rukkaiya to take some rest. Rukkaiya holds his hand. Jodha looks on. Rukkaiya says to Jalal that promise me to finish the son and father fight, that he will stop this fight. Jalal says, I want you not to come to the king's decision. I have given my word that I will marry, and now I will marry her. I have taken the decision and I won't change it. Jodha angrily looks at Jalal. He leaves. Jodha thinks that after so much has happened, even then Jalal wants to marry that girl. Jodha comes to Jalal and extends his sword to him. She says you will need it. She says when I got to know that you are marrying someone else, it took my life away. But then I thought that there must be some reason behind it. I stood beside you, leaving Salim on the other side. But you are so much dying to marry that you attack your own son. She pushes him. She says, what have you become, Jalal? I feel ashamed to be called your wife. Jalal is hurt. Jodha says when Salim went against you, you attacked him. Now I am going against you, so take my life too. Kill me too. She pushes him. Jalal shouted, enough. You know I am marrying for Salim only. I thought not to tell you this truth, the dark truth, but now I have to tell you. I have taken this decision to save Salim's life. Rukkaiya says to Oshia that I saw Jalal's blink to soldier not to hit Salim hard, so I acted like saving Salim. so that he goes away from Jodha and he comes near me. I got the bruises, but Salim is feeling the pain. Oshia says, great move, Rukkaiya. Rukkaiya says, I have to do all this because now only Salim is my motive, because I love Salim. Jodha asks Jalal, what are you saying? Jalal says, when I went to the marriage, Salim came there too. He tells her everything, how Salim killed the groom and how their king asked her for Salim's life. He says, what should I do? I was helpless as a father, and that king did not leave any part for me, but to accept his condition, and as the king, I had to accept the marriage proposal. Was I wrong? Jodha says, no, you are not wrong, but I am wrong to doubt you. I did not trust my husband, my love. Please forgive me. You were going through a rough phase, and I was not on your side. Instead, I alleged you. You took such a big decision for Salim, and I doubted you. I am sorry. Jalal says, don't be. You don't know things. Just remember that Salim should not know this. If he gets to know all this, then he will try to attack them again, and in that case, I won't be able to save him. Jodha says you can make Bella marry Farhan too. Jalal says according to their rule, it is not possible. When I asked Bella, she said yes for my marriage. Maybe she doesn't love Farhan that much. I am thinking about Salim's life. We have to fulfill our duty. In any case, you have to keep in mind that Salim should not know about all this. Tomorrow, Shagun will be sent again. Jodha says, but Salim, he is your son. He is stubborn like you. He will try to stop the marriage. Jalal says, I would handle him. Jodha says, but don't hurt him now. Jalal says, I promise. I won't let it happen again. But I am sorry. I have to do this marriage. Jodha nods. Salim recalls how Jalal ordered the soldier to attack him. He gets angry. Kutub comes there and asks him to calm down. You can't go against the king. Salim says he is not the king of God. I will go against him. It is not about Farhan but Bella's love too. Salim says, I think Jalal and Jodha have no love for each other again. I think their love is dead. And yeah, Jalal is marrying for political reason. And Jodha is taking his side just to maintain her position. Even Jalal and Jodha's marriage was political settlement. I will not allow Jalal to do this marriage. Salim asks Kutub to leave. He leaves. Aida comes there and greets Salim. Salim says, you have come here to make me understand that I should not go against Jalal. Aida says, no. I just want to tell you that the mistake can happen from anyone, be it king or the prince. Jalal is wrong and I salute you for your courage. We have to take stand against the wrong. Jalal is marrying that girl forcefully. Jalal cannot break this rule of marrying someone forcefully. I am with you in this injustice. Salim says this matter is between me and Jalal. I don't want you to come in it. Jalal can attack me, then he can hurt you too. I am thankful that you extended your hand for help, but I will fight alone. Salim says tomorrow, there will be a marriage but it will be of Bella and Farhan. Tomorrow, love will win and Jalal's ego will be crushed. He leaves. Aida says like I couldn't get love of the father because of Jalal. I won't let Jalal get the love of his son. I will make his son go away from him. Salim comes to Anarkali's house. She asks, you are here at this time. Is everything fine? Salim says, I wanted to meet you. She brings him into the house and asks what is the matter. Salim says all is fine. I came to meet you. I wanted to tell you that maybe this is your last time of meeting me. Anarkali asks, why are you saying this? Salim says to Anarkali that because tomorrow I will kidnap Bella to make her marry Farhan. Anarkali says, are you mad? Will you go in danger? If anything happens to you, then what will I? She gets conscious. Salim smiles. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to watch more by clicking on the icon. And please leave a like and comment. And please subscribe to our channel for more. And I'll see you on your screen again with another update.